Today we will be going to repair the left air hook on the PowerBeats 3. Usually they break off right at the rim there. And all the tools and parts can be found in the description below. So to get started, we're going to get our heat gun. And you'll want to set the temperature to about 200 degrees. Let's go right along the ledge here. You want to keep it moving, making sure the heat's not in one spot for too long or you could melt the plastic. And to open it up, once it's heated up, you can just go from from usually right at the power. You can get anything in there and then it should come apart easily like that. Alright, next would be to take off this button here. And take a flathead. And there's some adhesive right over this antenna here. So we're going to remove that. Alright, now we're going to lift the antenna off from this plastic housing on the inside. So you got to be careful here to not rip the antenna. Take your time if needed. Alright, to take off this plastic cover here, you're just going to go right between the charging port and the plastic, and you don't want to go too deep where there are components underneath, so just enough to get the flathead underneath there and just pry it right up. Alright, so this is the board. We're going to have to lift up the board, and there are two spots that are holding on by glue. That would be this corner right here on the left and up in the right. So we're going to take our heat gun and heat those up a bit. There are two spots that you want to lift by so you won't damage any components. That'll be right underneath the port here. You'll just lift it up a little bit, like so. And also along the edge right here, you'll see there's a slight groove where it will naturally slide down a bit. And you can go from right there and lift up. As you can see, that point was where the two solder points are for the speaker. Now that we've got the board out of the way, we're going to take our screwdriver and unscrew the screw right there. Now we're going to pull out the remaining part of the air hook that was in here, just by sliding it out with our flathead. We're going to take our replacement air hook, slide it right in. We're going to screw the screw right back in. Alright, we're going to make sure that the screw actually went through both the air hook and the wire here, so it's not picking up right here. So it won't be blocking any paths. Now we just got to put the board back in place, and you might have some glue left over on the sides right here where you want to lift up on both sides where the glue is at, which we don't have any remaining here, so we can put it right back. Put our cover back on, and there's a little bit of glue there left, so we're gonna just take it off our flathead. And now we'll just line up the hole of the antenna with the plastic cover on the inside. Just put it down. So now we're going to remove all the excess adhesive that was left. So we will take our heat gun, heat up the adhesive, and pull it right off. And we also got to take the excess adhesive off the cover itself. Now the last step would be to put the cover back on. So we're going to take our button, slide it in, grab our adhesive, just go along the edge right here. Now any excess that comes out, we can just clean that up with some rubbing alcohol. And now we got to put some pressure on it to allow it to cure. So just go along the edge right here, the rubber band. And I'll give the proper pressure to make sure that it's holding on to all the sides well, so it cures nicely. And that's how you replace the left ear hook on the PowerBeats 3 wireless.